But a grade scale is different now too, because Melanie's when they were talking about a grading scale, like a F is like a 40 to a 60.
Yeah, it does depend. Like in my day, it depended on what school you went to.
I was about to say, but for us, I know it was like a 60. That's like failing, or like a low D.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then, an A was like a 93 to 100. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? B was like an 85 to 93 or something like that. C, and and everything, so on and so on. Yeah. But like now, it's like they can get a 50 or a 60 and still get a C. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, man, no.
That's real low.
Yeah, that's super. So they lowered the standard. I don't know if it's because they feel like the kids are pressured more nowadays or whatever, possibly. There are more kids, I guess, so competition wise, like we're talking about for scholarships or whatever, or just attention, it's everything's on the edge.
But the funny thing is, like I was going back to what I was saying, I know adults who are battling, grown adults, not like 18, 19, 21, in their late 20s, 30s, battling their parents over their lives. Because their parents feel like you should do this or you should be that way. And that's what happened with me when it came time for high school. I believe when I graduated high school and wanted to go to this art school in New York. Mm-hmm. And first thing parents said, I don't have the money. Oh, they had the money. Mother for sure had the money. Not bashing mamas, because we know that the mama gets a lot of heat. But that's honestly what she said. Dad too, my father too. And you just need to go get a job. That's pretty much what they said. And this was a cousin of mine went to the school, so they had all entertainment. So whether it was television.
Your cousin that we met, that he don't want to win? Okay.
Yeah, and we're speaking of, and it's in one of our Condon videos, my cousin Steven. He went to the school in New York, and he still to this day, and he's older than me. I forget how much older than he is than me, but he went to school for drawing, to do comic books. He has his own comic book. He's drawn professionally. He's done Batman. He's done Voltron. Oof. Who else has
he drew for Marvel, right?
Yeah, I think he did something for Marvel. So he's done, he's done his work.
He got a little resume, a little repertoire.
He definitely, and again, like I said, he created his own comic book, his own characters. Mm-hmm. So that was, and for a minute there, I did it and had, back then was regrets. Mm-hmm. Back then I had regrets, and, then those. I'm laughing because those years get to turning. That woulda, shoulda, coulda, comes and, I'd probably be this if I had made this decision.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Like R. Kelly's song, If I Could Turn Back the Hands of Time. Oh, my goodness. I'm still trying to figure out how to make a time machine. But then it's like the butterfly effect thing, where if you change one thing, it alters your entire course of your life.
So we think. We don't know, because we don't know anyone that we know of has gone back in time.
We don't want to change anything. Like, if you're happy, because like, this is the thing. You could have went to that school, or I could have went to the military like I almost did. We definitely would have never met then to be where we at right now. Probably not. That one little thing, I might not have my kids. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot of things that I'd be like, man, I wish I had known, especially with the going through right now. I'm just like, I wish I had this, wish I had that. But then again, it's like, I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm in a decent space right now. So, nah. You think you want to change or go back in time, you probably don't. It's just like when they were talking about, people talk about their problems and said, what if everybody's problems were thrown up in the air and you couldn't find yours and you just had to pick some up, and you pick up somebody else's problems, and now you might have one short leg or something versus, your problem you had was the job you had or your finances or something, you know what I'm saying? Like, Be thankful for the problems that you have as an individual, because I always say, no matter what I go through, I know it could always be worse. It could always be something not to my liking or whatever. So like you say, show gratitude. Be thankful for the moment and the space that you're in, especially if you're healthy. I like to say I'm wealthy, I'm healthy, I'm rich, I'm blessed. If you're any of those things, which if you're watching this video right now, this stream or whatever, then you are blessed. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody doesn't have eyes to see or ears to hear this right now.
Or even power.
Or power.
Something to watch it on.
Yeah.
Or even a home.
Yeah.
To be in.
Yeah. You're right. Some people for the first time might be seeing it 20 years from now. Just because, like you said, because of everything you just named, they didn't have X, Y, and Z. So, they're able to go back into the retro 2 Geeks, which is to be retro someday, and see kind of the origins of the nerd. I don't think I have anything else I want to ask you. I just want to keep it short and simple. You talked about your past and present. What do you see yourself in the future, though, as far as writing and all of that?
I am working on. I started some books and then stopped because I wanted to redo the story. So expanding. So even when it came to the scripts, I had to, as a writer, say you're more than scripts, because one time I was just caught up in only doing television or movies. One time it was just television, not even movies. And I encountered that a lot with a lot of people, like especially back in after school, so maybe mid 2000s, going to film seminars, things of that nature. You meet people, you get excited, but it's like, I only want to do this. Like, I've met people only want to do horror, only want to do movies, only want to do a certain type of television show. So even when it came down to the superhero thing, it was hard to find people who were interested in what I was in, but talking about it, they would get excited, be like, "Oh, and I can imagine this and this and that, and it sounds good," and all that. So definitely don't have tunnel vision. Be open to things, because you don't know how things are going to manifest. You think you know, and you might have a plan, but it might manifest something totally different. Did I ever see the route that we're going? No, because even in the beginning, both of us were like, let's just try to get this to a major studio. Let's try to get this script to a major studio.
We gotta have this. We gotta have that. We have to have half of that crap that we had.
Now, because you go on the channel, and even if it might be just clips, like we were talking in our last inspiration video, everybody has a starting line. So you're not less than. I want to look right in that screen and tell everybody. I know he already knows, but you are not less than because you have a starting line. Because people, again, you gotta be careful what you're taking in. There's a group of people over there who will convince you because you have a starting line, you're not successful. Nobody comes out mama's womb already a millionaire. The parents might have money, and depending on that parent, they might share that money with you, and they might not. They might be like, because I did it, you go and do it, and you figure out.
That's what Bill Gates said about his money. He was like, I think him and Melinda have kids, and it was like,
they do.
It was like, we're not leaving our kids the money. Like, they got to figure out their own. Like, honestly, I'll be a little. I get it. Don't get me wrong, but I'd be like, come on, man, really, all of that, but.
I mean, even if you don't have to give them all, you can still give them something. I know he's a billionaire. You can give them like maybe $1 million to maybe 3 to 5. Each.
Something.
But I would be more concerned if I did have kids, trying to make sure that I'm raising them how to do what I did.
Yeah, to stand on their own 2 feet, and that's why I definitely understand. I try to talk with, obviously Zuri's so young, she just think about playing. But with Melanie, when she talking about working somewhere, I'm like, look, get that working somewhere for somebody out of your head. Now, if that's just what you want to do, then do the 9 to 5 thing.
Yeah.
But with her, I see the potential in her. She's in a play now. She's got rehearsal tomorrow, singing and acting. Not something that I was like, hey, you need to do this. But I did encourage her, let her know, like, because there was, they had a dance thing or something, like a dance group where she could have did some stuff for, like, Black History, I think, this past year or something. And she didn't do it because she was shy and she wasn't confident. I said, look, never like not do something because of a thought like that, or you worried about what somebody else is gonna think. I was like, worst case scenario, you tried and it don't work out the way you thought it was. I said, but you don't want to have a regret to be like, dang, I wish I had did this, I wish I had did that, which makes me happy about her doing the play thing. She auditioned and all that. I love it because it's the last year that the school is gonna be open. For them in elementary school, so she's able to be a part of possibly the last performance that her school will have, historically, she'll be a part of that. And then I'm hoping, 20, 30 years down the road, they all get together for a class reunion and, yeah, let me get the cast of Finding Nemo over here, who the survivors of Finding Nemo. And she'll be one in that number to be like, you know what, yeah, that was me, because I remember when I was in plays, like I don't even think we had a choice. Growing up in elementary school, I was in all kind of plays. I still got like I remember I had a chant like a raiding hat. I still got that hat at my grandparents' house. It was paper, but black, but it's still at my grandparents' house unless they thrown it away. Um, yeah, man. So I remember wearing the dashikis and all that, like playing the instruments.
But most people and it's not just young girls or little girls or even women, most people won't do what they really want to do out of self-esteem. And it's not even the arts. It can be wearing a certain outfit, even a certain job position, even saying certain things that need to be said. So that's why I brought it up. I didn't bring up none of mine, again, making it clear to the audience. I didn't bring up any of my obstacles. Back then, I let it make me into a victim, but didn't know better. Again, mental health, part of my journey. I know it's part of his journey. And why is that important? Because you won't go no further than what your mind will allow you to do.
That's true.
That's why I said now I'm sometimes feeling overwhelmed, because now where I'm at, it's like, now you believe you can do whatever. And I've seen the results. So, and especially when you get those results, it's like, oh, it's like you said, no, do one thing at a time. Even if you got to stop, do something else, do half for today. I know they say don't put off tomorrow what you can do today, but honestly, sometimes you got to put some things off.
Sometimes you need to put it off to tomorrow,
or even next week,
because you'll stretch yourself out. But about today, because even in the Bible it says, don't worry about tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Because that'll be handled when that time comes. Pretty much, He got you for tomorrow. Be concerned with today in this moment. Because again, like tomorrow really ain't promising anybody. So you can always be like, oh, I'm gonna do this and do that tomorrow. Like I think daily, I think about like, what if I don't wake up tomorrow? But if I don't, oh well. I mean, it's okay as long as I made the most of today and did what I was supposed to do. Or whatever. Yeah. So, hey, that's all I have, y'all. We're gonna wrap it up. Again, this is Black Samurai. You know what I'm saying? I forgot what I said at the beginning. We call it Into the Nerd, or Inside the Nerd, or whatever we want to call this. That's a little bit of inside of Black Samurai's journey is to know where he is right now, where he has been, and where he is going with Two Geeks and a Nerd Productions.
So guess what, y'all? The next one, Inside the Geek with Debonair Donnell. Excuse me, Debonair Eric.
Eric Debonair Donnell.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I got a series called In My Head that I was starting, but it can be graphic, so whatever. So yeah.
More graphic than the boys.
Well, yeah, because it's literally about, and I'm not trying to make this about me, but it's about just stuff that goes on inside my head or whatever. It was actually because a lot of it come to things, random thoughts come to my mind when I'm in the bathroom. So I had started a series called On the.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
And my wife did not like that, and I get why. I apologize for the way I did it, because I literally was in the bathroom and I put a chicken like little thing to kind of cover up where my stuff or whatever. I thought it was funny. A lot of people, including my wife, did not think it was funny. They thought it was disrespectful and this and the other. I'm like, but I ain't showing my stuff, But yeah,
it's maybe above the waist.
Yeah,
maybe you can bring it back.
It was pretty cool though. I thought it was a rooster coming out of a barn and like crowing, whatever. So it was pretty cool. But yeah, I had to get rid of that. That series maybe.
Like I said, you can bring it back. Just do above the waist.
Yeah.
That's all. Yeah. For all we know, you might be sitting on the toilet and might not be doing nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I might just do some toilets out in the open area or whatever. I'm just sitting in the pants, or whatever. So it'll be a little bit more obvious. But yeah, we'll do. I guess he'll interview me next, and we'll see how that goes.
About to close this out. But you are what you say you are, like that hook in that song.
Yeah, Lupe. Yeah.
You are what you say you are, a superstar, and have no fear. And I forget how the rest goes. But that's the most important probably.
It's true. My older cousin, shout out to Big Vance, he always, like, since I've been alive and knowing, he be like, man, I'm a superstar. That's matter of fact, that's his handle on TikTok. Some superstar or whatever. And this man has been successful his entire life to some degree. Always like that you couldn't tell him he can't do something. You cannot tell him he can't, because he's gonna do it. Like tomorrow, I need to call him too and talk about this. But yeah, we might have to bring him on the show, man, for real, because he will talk. It'll be an 2-hour long show because he talk. But you are what you eat, and it ain't just in your mouth. It's in your mind, your ears, your eyes. All that comes into you, so you are what you believe. Take it one day at a time, and don't use can't. Just say I can, and whatever little bit that you can do, as long as it's towards the right direction, just do it. Just a little bit every day. I'm gonna do something tonight. Who knows what? I have things I know I want to do. But we'll see what I'll get done. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah. So until next time. Remember to like, share, comment, follow 2 Geeks and a Nerd Productions, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and IG. And you can also email us at the same name, 2 Geeks with the number 2, Geeks and a Nerd Pro at gmail.com for any questions, concerns, comments. Until next time, we love y'all. We're the Geeks. You are the Nerds. Peace.
And hit that bell on the YouTube.
Hit that bell.